Good afternoon, everyone. This is James, the Rambling Dasher, and we are back for another episode of the Rambling Dasher. It's a Friday, and yeah, we're out trying to conclude our week. I may go for a little while on Saturday as well, but that's up in the air right now. So today we're going to do another ride along. We're going to have a few different topics of discussion. The one that I know about will be the email that I got today from DoorDash indicating they've made even more new changes to the on-time rating. So we'll go over those and take a look at them while we're driving around accepting orders, declining orders, or whatever. Now, I will throw one caveat out today is a carryover from Wednesday that we started a cycle where we're accepting everything, like it or not, to get from a 75 AR up to an 85 AR. So let's go look and see where we're at today. Oh, I got our first order. $8.25, 7.8 miles. So we're accepting everything. I would probably take this one anyway, even though the mileage is up there. But it's going to Cracker Barrel. So, and it's going to Alexander, so Southwest Little Rock. I will probably have to pause my orders to get back up to this area, but we're going to accept it. So my ratings right now, I usually cover these every day from the beginning and then again at the end of an episode. Right now I'm at an acceptance rate of 77. So my AR, I think I got 13 orders on Wednesday in the 6 or so hours. Actually, I got $100 in less than 6 hours. So the goal is to get $100. I really didn't want to stay out that late. It was about 9:15 or so on Wednesday, and I got the $100 and I went to the house. So anyway, but I got 13 orders in, and I went from 75 to 77. These people are trying to have a wreck out here in front of me. Anyway, so my goal again, I am going to stick with this process to accept every single order. Now, I may pause my dash to get back into a neighborhood I want to dash in, not somewhere I don't. But I'm going to accept every order until we get to 85. That might take us several days at this point because 13 orders and I only went up 2%. The other day. My completion is at 99. My on-time rate is 90. I dropped from 5.0 to 4.99 the other day. Someone had the audacity to give me a 4.0 rating. But that happens. I don't know why, but there's no notes, there's no nothing. This is one thing I don't like about DoorDash. They've gone and revamped the whole on-time rating system and given you lots of like, hey, this order was on time when you showed up at the restaurant or the time that you picked it up, but it was X number of minutes early, it's X number of minutes late. Also, there's on time or late at the time of drop off, so you were X number of minutes early or late dropping off the order. But they can't give you any details about a 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star rating as to what you did wrong, what the problem was. And I'm going to tell you that 9 times out of 10, if it has anything to do with the on time, it's the restaurant. I promise you, the restaurant, or the fact that who knows how they pack that food in there, you know. You get a sealed bag, you deliver it the best you can, you keep it warm, you do all the things you do, you send them communication. I just don't know. So this person gave me a 4.0, which is fine. Deliveries in the last 30 days, 178. And then lifetime deliveries, I'm up to 2,867. So anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. We're going from 77 to 85, and we'll get there as fast as we can, but sometimes it's just all in how you, throughout the last 100 dashes, when you decline those orders. So they'll come back around, but it may take a little bit. So I'm gonna run in and grab this food, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got the food loaded up, and let's see, it's taking us across the freeway to go back to Alexander, which I knew that was going to be the case. And traffic don't look good backing up that way. I think, oh my goodness, it is cray out here. What is going on? I think I might just go the back way. This is 12 minutes, 7 miles, 12 minutes. Let's see what happens when I sneak out the back way. All right. So the customer has already responded twice, once to each of my messages saying that I picked up the, or that the restaurant is working on their food, and then 2, that I've got the food and I'm headed their way. So good signs. Not 100% guarantee they will add to the tip, but sometimes it increases the odds of getting a tip when people say, hey, I will send, well, that if they reply to your messages, the odds go up and then of them giving you additional tip. So we try, and sometimes it works. I got one the other day, and it was my very last order of the day that someone, and I only needed like $1, and they gave me $2 additional tip at the end, which put me over $100 for the night. So I was like, okay, I'm out of here. Because I was a little ways away from my delivery area, and I knew I was gonna come back into town and have to get one more order to try to hit that $100. And but I was really ready to go to the house, so they plopped on a $2 tip at the end, and I was like, all right, much appreciated. Sent them a note and said much appreciated, and I went to the house. So that worked in my favor. So of the 13 orders that I did the other night, my little strategy got me extra $2. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but in my world, in my frame of thinking or my mind, I would much rather be proactive about communication, let them know what's going on. I do carry a 5.0 or now a 4.99 with on purpose. I mean, well, I guess what I want to say, it's not really an accident that I have a 5.0 or a 499 now, right? People have to want to give you a rating, and this is what I did find out a long time ago, is that there's nothing that incentivizes someone to take an extra step to go and rate you. I decline rating stuff all the time. My customer service, as far as when I want to call, or I don't even want to, I have to call like Verizon or Xfinity or somebody to get my internet or my phone to work. I despise having to do it. I don't want to have to do it. When I need to change my rate plan or something, I don't want to do that stuff, and I don't really want to take my time out of my day to do that, let alone spend extra minutes giving them feedback. So I get it. So I try to do the best that I can to go out there and make sure that people do see me, do see that I go the extra step, and that they are willing to rate me. Because I do believe that ratings have implications in DoorDash, and that if you don't have a good rating, DoorDash can kick you out of the platform. Now, I don't know if they've ever done that. I've seen plenty of people complain about it, and they have plenty of bots responding to Facebook posts saying they can help you get reactivated. I don't know about any of that stuff because I've never had to deal with the process of getting deactivated. And I don't foresee that ever to be an issue for me, just because I do take the time to try to do the right thing for every customer that I have, regardless of whether they're a $2 or a $20 order. So anyway, it's just those little things that, you know, and the reality from what I've really found is that if you take a $2 order and you treat them as though they are something less, well, it turns out that if you treat them right, there's the potential that they purposely left a tip off of there so they could give you a cash tip. I got a $4.75 order the other day that I accepted because I'm on this plan. And they gave me an $8 cash tip along with a $4 base pay. And they were asking me all kinds of questions because they didn't know how DoorDash worked, and this is their first time to order. So they just gave me the cash tip. Another customer, it was a $2 and something cent, $2.25 maybe. And they gave me a $6 cash tip. So I knew that wasn't going to have any tip on it to start with, and I accepted it because I needed to get my AR. I need to get my AR back from 75 to 85. And but it turns out that 2 out of those 13 the other night gave me cash tips. And I think I only had 3 no tippers the other night, and 2 of the 3 gave me cash tip, and pretty good, like $6 and $8. So I call that a win. $14 in cash tips out of 13 orders is pretty good. Now granted, most, and I think counting those 2, 11 or I can't do the math now. 10 out of the 13 did tips on the phone, 2 gave me cash, and 1 did no tip. So you're gonna have those ones as well. At the end of the day, they kind of balance out. So, you know, and you just need to expect that going into it. Alright, so we're going down here. I gotta take an exit. It doesn't say what exit to take, so it's very frustrating. I hate the freaking app. I hate the GPS on the app because it does not know what it's doing half the time. Okay, there we go. Say exit 126. So it still thought I was on the access road, but I had jumped over to the freeway and it thought I was still over there. So it wasn't telling me where to go. So now it's telling me don't even turn on this road, go to the next one. Oh yeah, it's a long ways down there, so. And I'm gonna back out of here and go to pause. And now here's the great thing about the new, they've revamped the app. It doesn't let you know that you paused the order. So you're like, did it pause the orders or did it not? So you had to go back into it and then check to see if the pause took. All right. So we'll get down here, we'll deliver this. This was $8 and something, so not bad. I mean, it's already taken me, I think I clocked in at 13 after, and it's 40 after now. So almost 30 minutes on this $8 order, and it's going to take me another 10 minutes to get back to town. So, but that's the way that it goes some days. Fingers crossed we get out here, we get some decent orders. Because I'm accepting all the orders, it could be that I get nickel and dime tonight and just hit little orders here and there. The other night I felt like that was happening to me, and there was no way I was going to hit $100 on Wednesday, and then I ended up hitting $100 before 6 hours, but like 6 hours and 15 or 5 hours and 15 minutes. Whereas on Monday night it took me about 6 hours and 20 minutes. So, which is just kind of weird because I wasn't accepting all the orders on Monday. I only started that on Wednesday because my AR was down to 75. I only had a 5 order window where I was not accepting those orders. So I see this sometimes on Facebook. Sometimes I just fall for the trap, right? Of listening to those people saying, I only take the orders that I want to take, and then very rarely do you see people comment on Facebook to say, I take all the orders. I just take all the orders. And you just never know when that $2 no tip order is going to give you a $10 cash tip, or a $6 or an $8 cash tip like I got the other night. So I had $14 in cash tips. And the crazy thing is, I really don't know. I can't look right now because I got to turn right up here. But I don't know the other night that my cash tips beat my base pay. It could have. It probably did. But because I had 2 cash tips, usually that hampers that it means your base pay is going to be higher. But I also had a bunch of $2 orders. $2 base pays. Okay. I was like, I don't see any houses up here. I don't like how they address these. These are not really apartments. They're like multiplexes, and the doors are on the sides, and sometimes you just can't find them, and then they leave messages encrypted in here somewhere. And this is probably the lady that's walking out here. Alright, well, I am gonna go deliver this food to her, so be right back. Alright, so continue. Handed the order to the customer and confirm that I handed it to the customer, and my order is paused. So that was $8.25, $3.75 base pay, $4.50 tip, 31 minutes. So I'm gonna get back over to the home screen and then just send her a quick last message. Thank you. Enjoy. and a little meme to finish it off. So you never can tell. That might just put her over the edge of sending me an additional tip. So, no harm in trying, right? Now, I'm paused for 35 minutes. It won't take me that long to get back into town, but yeah. Alright, I think this is a good time to bring up this email. Let's see, email. Alright. So the email came today, and it says introducing updates to the on-time rate, which is crazy because it was maybe 2 weeks ago that they came out with the last update to the on-time rate. So it says, based upon your feedback, we're excited to share that we're updating the on-time rate to adjust more regularly and account for things that can happen on a dash. Check out the ratings tab today to see an updated on-time rate. And it, to me, like that order I just dropped off, it'll be on there and it'll say whether I delivered it on time or not. Let's go see. Settings, home screen, menu, ratings, good night, it's buried up in there. Scroll down to on-time rate, 90%, Cracker Barrel, on time. So I'm still at 90% because it really only counts your last 100. And I went through a bunch of mine the other day and disputed them, and they took them all off. Well, they only take them off of your delivered. Well, I don't know how to say this. They take them off, but it doesn't count. Like if you, like I had 87, let's say I had 87, I had 86 and 14, right? Well, now I just got that one there, which moved it up to 87 on time and 13 negative. So I had 3 ones that were late. I disputed those and got them taken off, and they got taken off immediately, which was fascinating to me because I just thought it would have to go through a process. But they were gone immediately. Well, I had to back out and then jump back in, and I could see that they were gone. So it bumped me up to 90%. Now I'm still at 90%, so it's counting the 90% based upon, oh crap, 90% based upon the, come on people, get in the fast lane if you want to ride my ass. So 90% is 100 minus your late ones, which I have 10. So I should be over 90%, but they're not counting the 87 on-time ones. They're really only counting the 10 late ones. So if you did 10 out of 97, it might be a tick higher than 90%. It could be rounded down to 90%. I don't know. But anyway, I got 90%. So I got 87 on time, 10 late. So anyway, that's kind of a neat deal. Let's see what else that thing has to say. How the on time rate works. A delivery is considered on time when you complete the delivery by the expected time provided with the offer. We'll use your last 100 deliveries to calculate it, which means that any delivery after your 100th will replace the oldest. So if you do 101, that replaces the oldest one. Number 1, detailed breakdown in the app. Your on-time rate breakdown is now available in the app. Tap the on-time rate in the ratings tab to view how your rating is calculated. Sorry. Reading and driving is probably not the safest thing to do, but I'm keeping my eye on the road and trying to do this at the same time. So, no judgment, please. Anyway, so, yeah, it just gives you a lot. It just gives you more to look at, I guess. Including on time, late, and excluded deliveries. So a lot of different variables there. Protections for extended wait times. If you arrive at the store on time and are waiting with the store for an extended period, you may receive a notification that the pickup leg may be automatically excluded from your rating. Always remember to tap arrived at store so we know when you have arrived. So I can tell you this, that some of my ones that I arrived at the store on time, but the restaurant took a long time to give me the food before I could hit basically confirm the order. So if I get there at 8:22 and it says pick up by 8:24, but I say arrived at 8:22, but I say picked up or confirmed pickup at 8:30, well, it'll say that you did plus 4 minutes or over by 4 minutes, right? You're late by 4 minutes. And I'm like, well, I don't have any control over that. I was there ready, waiting for the order at the time or before the time that you said to be there, but I don't have any control over when they're going to have it ready or not. So you can go and dispute that. The other part is whenever you do complete the not complete the order, but confirm the pickup, they calculate a time based upon their GPS, which sometimes is very crappy, as to how long it should take you to get from where you are to where their delivery is. And if you make a wrong turn anywhere, then that's just going to zap it, right? So it is what it is in that regard. So just if you follow the GPS, you'll be able to make it on time. If you miss a turn, then there's a chance you won't. Now the other day, I can tell you this, that I was going to pick up some food and I needed to get gas in a bad way. Well, somehow or another, I still was able to get gas and make it to the restaurant before it was deemed late on the pickup. So, you know, things like that happen. So you're able to dispute those things. Let's see what else. Dispute late deliveries. Consistent on-time dashers get more. So this is the part that's interests me. Consistently on-time dashers get more offers. Accurate delivery times are important for customers, merchants, and dashers alike. Your historical delivery Your historical delivery timing helps us accurately estimate how long future deliveries will take and select the best dasher for each offer. Consistently on-time dashers will get more opportunities to earn, but arriving early won't provide any benefit. The new on-time rate will go into effect today and replaces the former system 10 automatic excusals, whatever that means. I don't know what that meant. with a more fair and accurate way to address situations outside your control. These changes reflect our commitment to creating a more and fair, transparent experience for Dashers by incorporating your valuable feedback. So, yeah, interesting stuff. I think for me, okay, I just got back into Bryant, hit the dash now button or end to pause, and we'll see how long it takes us. It's about 4 minutes till the top of the hour. So that's the one big thing that I wanted to talk about today. The new email from DoorDash. So now I just got one. Oh, I just turned the wrong way for Chick-fil-A. And for $7.50 for 3.7 miles. So we will accept it. I just gotta figure out how to get back there. And I may just make a U-turn right here because there's no one coming. Alright. And hope that we don't get busted by anybody for doing that. So, one illegal U-turn today. Maybe one of many. Alright, so Chick-fil-A $7.50, so doesn't get us to our $20 goal for an hour, but you never know. I think I said this last week that I need 2 $8 orders per hour, and one of those gives us an extra $5 tip. So somehow, some way, we need an extra $5 tip on 2 $8 orders to get 20 bucks an hour, and that would put us at $21 an hour. So those are kind of few and far between. Sometimes you can get a $20 an hour day. Last night was pretty close. It wasn't exactly. I had about 5 hours. No, I had about 5 hours and 20 minutes, and I got 100 bucks. So it was closer than what I'm thinking it was. The other day it was 6 hours and 20 minutes, and I got $100. So you just never know. Alright, I am going to head over into Chick-fil-A and pick this stuff up, and we will be right back. Alright guys, we have a Chick-fil-A order loaded up, headed out. My tires are just squealing all over the asphalt there. That is crazy sounding. So for those that might be new to the channel, typically this is how we do this episode. As we start out in the late afternoon. I do have a full-time job, and then I come and do DoorDash usually 3 days a week, and I try to do 6 hours. I might do something on the weekend if nobody's if other people are doing other stuff, then I might go do a DoorDash. If not, then I just hang out with the house with the family and stuff. So my girlfriend is going to some workout thing. My son is doing a dog sitting, so I may just go do some door dashing because I gotta save some extra money. So yeah, anyway, so, and the channel itself is primarily comprised of ride-along videos where I ramble a lot about who knows what, you know. So I'm trying to do more associated with DoorDash, but I always throw in extra things like I feel strongly about some personal finance things, about trying to at least letting people know, or especially young people know, that you don't want to end up like me doing DoorDash when you're 55 years old. Trying to make sure to pay your bills and to save for retirement kind of stuff. So if you start now, then you can get there, and it just takes putting a little bit back, and that little bit ain't gonna hurt nothing. I've heard it 100 times to say, well, I'm just not at a place where I can save anything, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell you, you're lying. You're not lying to me, you're lying to yourself. You may not be lying to yourself today, you're lying to your future self, because you're only hurting your future self when you say that you can't afford $25 a week. I look at this, if I would have, and I've got videos out there where I talk about $25 a week gets you $1 million. Well, I might have been wrong in that. So I had help from ChatGPT or from Gemini, and they used to tell me, yeah, $1 million. Well, I can't find any of those equations anymore, so I jumped online the other night and did some queries, or found some savings calculators, and basically look at doing something like into SPY or VOO, which are indexed exchange traded funds based upon the S&P 500. And the S&P 500 over the last 40 years has averaged like 10.2 or 10.4%. Some years are good, some years are down, but it's averaged over 10%. So if you conservatively say the next 40 years, you add $25 a week in, and you give it an 8% return. And with that, you come up somewhere around $350,000 over a 40-year window. Well, guess what? If I would have started when I first started working when I was 16, and I'm 56 this month, I would have $350,000. And not only would I have that, plus at a later age, I was able to add more money into my retirement account. So at this point, I would be looking at $700,000, $1 million, whereas now I'm not. So had I done this, then I'd have been a lot better off if I had just started with something as little as $25. And the reality with putting in $25 a week when you're young is that the more you do it, the more you become accustomed to it. Dang it, I don't need to turn here. I need to get back in that lane over there. And these people are not going to let me. So the more you become accustomed to $25, the less you miss it, and it doesn't become a burden. Like if you start today and you think, how can I ever put $25 a week back? And it would be a burden. But once you get into it, it's not a burden. Then you have to position yourself, how can I do a little bit more? How can I do a little bit more? Well, then either you bump it up to $30, you bump it up to $50, or you get a job where they have a 401k. And yeah, and then you don't miss it because it comes out of your paycheck. So I highly encourage anybody and everybody to, especially if you work for someone that they do a match, by all means, put that money in there and take the match. It's free money, right? If they will match you dollar for dollar up to 6%, then you put in 6% and they match 6%. So if you make like what's $1,000 a week, you put in $60 a week, they put in $60. That's $120 a week that you're putting back for your future self. And I would go so far as to say, don't stop the $25 a week on top of that. And you will be greatly surprised as to the amount of money that you save over that lifetime. And here's the beautiful thing about 401ks and savings is it's your money. You're not dependent on the government for your money. Social Security, it's always up in the air whether or not it's going to be there when we get older and we need it, right? So those are big question marks. Whereas this money, yeah, the stock market could go to zero, but the reality with the stock market going to zero is that the United States votes itself to be a communist country, and all our money is taken over by the government, and we get whatever the government gives us. So therefore, money that we saved is worthless. And most likely, all the rich people who have any real money have all left the country by that point, right? Because that's the reality of what would happen. So the communists take over, meaning within our own government, the people who have the money are going to be gone because they know that the government will take over all the money and they will take over all the means of production, meaning the companies that drive wealth in the United States, and they will go to a new country. You know, there's plenty of other countries that will be happy to welcome them in. But the likelihood of that happening in the United States is slim to none. I mean, even though it seems like it's more increasingly a chance with every year that goes by and every election and all the stuff that happens associated with that. Okay, I just missed my turn. I didn't know this was the turn, but I'm just gonna, I don't know. I don't see a way to get to the front door except walking through their grass. So I'm gonna park right in the street here. Okay, I'm at these people's house. Maybe I'll remember what I'm talking about when I get back. I don't know. Alright. So she came out and got the food. So their dogs were going absolutely bonkers. That's what I told her. I was like, yeah, every time I have somebody that leaves a note on the app that says, don't ring the doorbell, the dogs will go bonkers, that every time I just drop the food off, dogs are going bonkers, and I never touch the doorbell at all, you know, so it's kind of funny that way. But anyway, so that was $7.50, which was $2.50 plus a $5 tip, and I'm at $15.75 in 59 minutes. And that's 2 accepted offers out of 2. So, yeah. So anyway, back to personal finance. I would just highly encourage you, start out with something as small as $25. If you're a DoorDasher and you don't think you can do this, what's your goal for a week of DoorDashing? And then do 2 more hours, okay? Once you meet your goal, go 2 extra hours and take that 2 hours of money and put it into a Roth IRA. There's a link in my description, and there's a link tree, and it has a link to Robinhood. So if you open up a Robinhood account, there's no charges or fees for making trades in there. You just deposit the money, and you can set up a automatic draft from your checking account or something, from your savings account into into Robinhood, and have it be invested into VVO or SPY, something like that. Do a little research, make sure you know what you're getting into. But yeah, and it's just the S&P 500 is all that is, which is a widely diversified portfolio of 500 stocks. Okay, so even if one of them goes out of business, you still got 499 other ones there, right? So I've been doing that for a few years, and I don't know, I was doing $100 a week for a long time. I stopped probably a year or two ago. I can't remember. Well, I know when I stopped about the same time I started DoorDashing, because I couldn't afford to do $100 a week anymore. I still do my 401k through my full-time job, but $100 a week was quite a bit. So anyway, and I'm still doing a $10 a week one for my son. But anyway, but I can't remember that thing. $100 a week is quite a bit more than $25 a week, but still, it shot quite a ways up there, and I think it's upwards of like 20 something thousand now, and $6,000 something is just straight up growth. So I think I looked at it the other day. I had put in 15,000, so like I did it for 150 weeks. Right, so $15,000 would be 150 weeks at $100 a week. So I did it for a long time, and it's worth 22 something. So yeah, that is sorry, I just got a notification. Somebody sent me some money, some grocery money, so I need to send that to my account. So all right. Man, I got a new delivery that's over in that other freaking lane. Alright, I don't know how the heck I'm gonna get there. $9, 10 miles, good night. That is utterly ridiculous. I don't know if anybody wants to let me in here. Come on, people. Let me over, please. Nope. Come on. Thank you. Alright, so this is the downside of picking up this place right now, because most likely, unless it's been declined a time or two, which it could have been because it's got so many miles on it, right? When there's a lot of miles on a place, then people are inclined to decline. So I accepted it because I'm accepting everything until I get up to 85%, and then I'll be picky about them. So anyway, I want to run in and pick up this order, and we will be right back. All right, guys, we have picked up the pizza. They had it ready, which I was very surprised. I sent the guy a message. We got to go back to Southwest Little Rock, which means I will be shutting down the app again to come back to here, but that's all right. That is a-okay. All right, it is happening on a Friday night though. I was like, there's no way they got that order ready. I mean, I was right there at the entrance of the place. And the place has got a pretty good crowd for this early in the afternoon. So there's no way they'd have that order ready. Come on people. Let me beat the traffic here. Oh, so yeah, 10 miles, 17 minutes. So most of it's free. I don't know. A lot of it's freeway. Probably about 7 miles of it's freeway. So I tell you guys what, I have brought me a whole bowl of food that is it's not leaking. My water bottle lid is popped off and drained most of the water out. So I hate it when that happens. Anyway, so I am going to eat some of my dinner and we will catch back up with you on the back side of this delivery. So we'll catch you in a minute. Bye. Alright guys, we have delivered that order. And now I gotta figure out how to get back. But so our dash is paused because I don't want to deliver down, or I don't want to accept orders down this direction. So I'm gonna get back into the Bryant Benton area and we will catch up on the other side. See you in a minute. Alright guys, we just got back into town and turned on the orders and got a new one for Firehouse subs. And yeah, so we're going to, the reality is we're right around the corner from Firehouse subs. So whether or not they have it ready, I don't know, but it was like $6.50 with the plus sign. So I had one the other day where the plus sign meant 25 extra cents, and then one the other day where it was like $4. So we'll see what this one means. So I'm here at Firehouse. We're gonna jump out, grab this food, and we'll be right back. All right guys, we got 2 Firehouse subs loaded up and we are headed to the north side of Bryant. All right, that was all of my food. Well, not all of it. I lied. I got a shipment of white chocolate macadamia nut Cliff Bars in today. So in my Amazon orders, so if you haven't noticed, we do have a link tree in the description. Check that out. We have affiliate links to various different things, one being Rambling Dasher store at Amazon. So these Cliff Bars are in there, the newer version of the mic that I use. Let me fix the phone charging things that plugs into the vent. It's a wireless charger. So I can just push the button, pull the phone out, and put the phone back in. It clamps automatically. It's got a motorized clamper or whatever. So I like that. Probably the best thing about getting in and out of the car a lot is I don't have to manually plug the phone in anymore. And it wirelessly charges. So that's pretty nice. The cord stays there. plugged into the base, but it's really nice not to have to go back and forth and plug that phone in all the time, because half the time I'd forget about it. Next thing you know, I hit 5% on my phone while I'm door dashing, and yeah, so pain in the rear. What else do I have in here? Oh, I have this Lark water bottle is on there. Now really, this Lark water bottle is a nice little water bottle. It's probably way too expensive for just an everyday water bottle. But if you're going on a trip somewhere that might not have the best water options, the Lark water bottle has a ultraviolet light in the cap that kills ungodly amounts of bacteria, right? It's in the 99 percentile. I don't know what number it is, but anyway, it's way up there. And it has a filtration straw that will filter out any kind of minerals, any kind of chlorine, anything else that might be in the water. So that's a good positive thing, that it filters the water as you're drinking it. So not only does it has two filtration things, one that kills bacteria, one that filters it from all the other stuff. So it's like 100 and I don't know, maybe 117-ish. So it's not just your run-of-the-mill water bottle. But if you're in the market for one, use our link, and it just helps us out to purchase some gas or whatever, you know. So it'd be greatly appreciated for you to look at that. I don't know what else because sometimes I eat like nuts and stuff in here. So I get like, what are they? I think they're 1 pound bags, maybe 2 pound bags of cashews and almonds and pistachios and stuff like that. So I get those things from Amazon as well. There's also a couple of links on there to Audibles for listening to books, for Prime movies, which I think is included, but maybe there's an additional Prime subscription now to get it without ads. I don't know. I just have Prime. All right, this dude is flying. I just have Prime, which I know it comes with the movie, Prime movie, whatever you call it. And I don't pay, I just pay for Prime, Amazon Prime. And I guess now I get the ads with Amazon Prime videos or movies or whatever. So anyway, yeah, so several different things in there if you want to look at that kind of stuff. I mentioned earlier in this video that I use Robinhood, so there's a link to Robinhood in there. Depending on how much money you start out with, you can get a stock, and whatever you get, I would get a stock as well. So like if I wanted, well, I don't know how that really does work. I think when my daughter created her account, she got some crazy stock that went out of business, and I got NVIDIA, which didn't. Now I didn't get very much of NVIDIA, but I think I had already had a little bit of position in NVIDIA at the time. Now I have a lot of NVIDIA because it split. It did a reverse split and gave me 10 shares for every one that I own. Or maybe that's not a reverse split. Maybe it's just a split, 10 for 1. And yeah, so instead of 20 shares, I now have 200 shares of NVIDIA. And it went up crazy amounts of money. So yeah, there's that. Sometimes you hit those things, sometimes you don't. What else do I have in there? Oh, I got a couple ways you can leave me a tip, either with buy me a coffee or with PayPal directly. There's also, if you use a VPN, I guess I'm sitting here jabbering and I flat out missed my turn, so I'm gonna make a U-turn here. U-turn number 2 of the night. I did not see that at all. I don't know where the heck I'm supposed to turn at. But anyway. So yeah, lots of different things in there that I just built that link tree the other day. I was like, I wanted my daughter to build a website that had all our links to it, including all of our family's different social medias. But she was like, just build a link tree. I was like, so I had her build me the link tree, and then I went and put all the rest of my stuff in there and made it look the way that I want to. Oh, and then we do have, like, this shirt is a shirt that I got when we went to a Toronto Blue Jays game in Toronto. But we do have a t-shirt shop. My kids make the designs. I put them on the shirts and we sell them, and they drop ship directly to your address. So if you just go on there, you can go on our shop, pick out the one you like. I think that if you click, I only have maybe 6 or so loaded up into the link tree, but when you get into the app that we use, there's plenty more. And then if you see something that works but you want to tweak it, just let me know. We can tweak it. We can make it whatever you want. And yeah, we can do custom design and stuff like that. Happy to do that kind of stuff. So all right, I am here. Let me try to find the exact address, and I will be right back. All right, guys, so that was order 4. We had $34 at 2 hours and 8 minutes. Yeah, we're $6 off, a little bit over well, not quite $6 off, but a little bit, around $6, because we're 8 minutes past 2 hours. Anyway, that was our 4th delivery. It was $6.50, but it had $6.50 plus, so that was $2 order with a $8 tip. So thanks to those people for that. That was very nice. Because they were sitting outside, I didn't send them the ending message, so let me jump on here and do that real quick. I don't think they're getting these messages. Alright, return to Dash. So $34.75, and oh, these people gotta slow down. I don't have time to jump out here. $34.75 after 2 hours. I'm getting too many notifications. I might have to figure out how to go turn all the notifications off. Yeah, this is where it is hard. You get a $2 order, you get a $6 order, you get a $12 order, and the most I can get done anymore is about 2 per hour. So that's not that good when you need more, especially when you get less than $10 order. So it is what it is. We do the best we can. It makes it hard to hit $100 in a 5-hour or 6-hour night when you get less than $10 orders. At some point you're going to have to hit either some bigger orders, or you're going to have to be able to get 3 or 4 orders in an hour. If you can get 4 $6 orders in an hour, then you're above the $20 an hour. three $8, three $7 orders, you know. Even if you got three $6 orders, you're still right there at it. Now granted, our goal is to hit $100. We'd like to get 20 bucks an hour. And if we did 20 bucks an hour the whole night, we'd have $120 in 6 hours. So, or we can leave a little early like we did on Wednesday. Normally I would stay and dash a little longer, but I just had a lot of stuff I needed to get taken care of at the house, so it turned out to be a good night so that I can leave a little early, and I got the $100. So anyway, so yeah, this is what it's like dashing on a Friday night in Saline County, Arkansas. Not a lot happening. I got 4 orders. I'm going on 2.5 hours. Been fairly busy, but right now, like, I'm just driving and no orders. Fingers crossed something pops up that's decent. 8, 10 more, something like that. Even that one there was $6.50 plus, and it turned out to be $10, so that was better than I expected. Haven't got any cash orders today. I don't think I had cash orders on Wednesday either, so seems like Monday I had 2 cash orders that didn't really leave any tip. Alright, $8.75 for Wingstop, and it is right here where I am, so I'm gonna accept it. It's for 8.3 miles, which is a little bit distance, but again, we're accepting all orders. Now, I can promise you this order will not be ready. This parking lot is full to the brim, and there's no freaking parking places. What is going on with that? Come on, people, keep pulling out. You're cramping my style. Oh, man. Friday night, Saline County. This is probably the one strip mall that has the most restaurants. Now granted, Wingstop, Marco's do not have sit downs, but Sharks does, the Sumo does, and Casa Mexicana does, and Whole Hog. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different restaurants right here. So it's compacted, and the parking lot is packed out. So, alright, we are going to send this lady a message. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to run in and pick this up, and we'll catch you guys on the other side. Alright guys, here we go. I had to stay in there and wait for a bit on that one, and which is, I knew I would have to, because it is crazy packed in there. And then there's people in the parking lot just sitting out there behind me. I can't back out, so we'll see. Yeah, there's another car backing out behind me. Da-da-da. Alright, so this one is, what is this trying to tell me? It's trying to tell me to go down the freeway. It looks like it's probably going to be the best thing to do. It's hard to see exactly where this thing is going, but I'm going to take not the freeway right there, but we're going to go this way, cut over to the access road down the street here. Alright, so this one is 12 minutes plus, so I'm gonna give y'all a little breathing time and me a little breathing time, and I'll catch up with you on the other side of this delivery, see how it went. So we'll see. The customer says yay. They told me that it was okay that the order was just taking a while because they're shaving their legs. So I just put TMI much? Question mark. So anyway, all right, we'll see you in a minute.
Old saying, it's great advice.
All right, guys, we have delivered that one, and I jumped out of the thing before I could see the details of it, and I don't even remember how much it was. It was maybe $7.50 or something. So we're at $43.50, and we are coming up on we've been well over 2.5 hours, coming up on 3 hours in about 20 minutes. So we're gonna go see if we can find, scrape the bottom of the car there, find some more orders. So hot and heavy for a little while, then slow for a little while, or it just seems like we get an order and then we're delivering that thing forever. Between the time it takes to pick it up, the time it takes to deliver it is like 30 minutes, and then we got, you know, we get one order every 30 minutes, and there's no extra tips. We got one $10 order that was a $6.50 order, but it turned into $10. So, oh, they're getting there. 4.6 miles, $9.25 to Subway. So I don't know which Subway it's taking me to. It looks like it's taking me to the one on Military. All right, so this will put me over $50. We won't get there before the halfway point, so but at least we're gonna be over $50. So that just means we have less than $50 to go the rest of the night. So we're just gonna keep trucking, see what we can get, knock it out. Okay. Oh, there goes the Popo. I don't know if he's found somebody or he's just got his blue lights to... Nope, he's pulled somebody over. Looks like a Mini Cooper. Turning off of Alcoa onto Military. And those people just thought, like me, it was a slow night in Saline County. But not when the Bryant police are out. I gotta find a way to get over to get to that Subway. Alright, so we're here. We're gonna catch up when we get back. Alright guys, that was way too long. Way too long at a Subway. So they hadn't started the orders by the time I got there. They had two other people standing in line in front of me. And a new guy making sandwiches. So, it is what it is. Now we got 4 miles and 9 minutes to deliver this one, and we will be at about 2.5 hours. when we get this one delivered. So this will put us over $50 in 2.5 hours. Sheesh. Slow on a Friday night. I think I need to switch from Fridays to Thursdays, because this Fridays sucks. Fridays suck. Oh man. Maybe it'll pick up. Maybe it will pick up in a little bit. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I mean, here's the reality. Is that after I deliver this, I need 5 more orders that are $10 a piece. And in those 5 orders, it would probably take me in the neighborhood of two and a half hours. And that 2.5 hours would put me at my end time of 10 o'clock. If I don't get 5 $10 orders, that just means I'll miss out on the goal. Unless I can start getting more orders knocked out in an hour's time, which I'm not right now. I mean, this is my 5th order, and it will be well after 2.5 hours to deliver 5 orders. That is super slow. Maybe it's 6 orders. I don't know. It could be 6 orders. Because I know I don't have $10 an order, and it'll be over $50. So it's probably the 6th order. I don't know. We'll see in a minute. Well, we still got. It'll be 6 minutes. How about that? We'll see in 6 minutes. Cause yeah, there's nothing happening in the next 6 minutes other than me rambling about much of nothing. I will tell you that, well, I should have had an episode drop here in the last few minutes. So I know this video is 2 weeks behind of the videos that we are putting out. Let me get over there and I will try to share. So in case you haven't, you should follow the Rambling Dasher on Facebook as well. That would be awesome. Let's see. I don't know, maybe I messed up. Maybe I didn't set it to that is weird. I could have swore I scheduled one for today, but I don't know what happened. It's not out there. I thought I scheduled it for 7 o'clock tonight. Let's go to YouTube Studio. Episode 63, which was yesterday. Yeah, we did not get a video out today. I don't know what happened to it, but it is not there. Visibility, unlisted, apply. I don't even have one loaded. I don't know what happened. Well, that's frustrating. Oh well. So just so you know, the channel, It is slow right now. Slow gathering subscribers. We are at 40. Since I think we started this thing in April or May. No, March or April. So, yeah, not the best. Not the best. We are struggling, and I'm wondering what I can do to make it better. I don't know that I can. I just don't know, maybe, possibly, you know, the more you think about things, can I do anything to make this thing different or better, to where we might get subscribers, to where we might get a following? So something I'm thinking about doing is a couple of things. Is one, taking bits of this show, the ride-along episode, and turning them into subtopic videos. So, like, if I'm talking about the new ride-along or ride time, what was it called? The on-time rating. Then make that one topic of a video, and then just cut it off, right? So that's not hard to do. I just take this video. Now here's my dilemma, is it would just mean that I have to do things differently than what I do right now, because I need to take these topics that I talk about today and drop them tomorrow, as opposed to drop this whole video in 2 weeks. Because that's how far behind I am, is 2 weeks and a day right now. I think I just, well, what I thought I was uploading today was one from the 16th. So, somehow I got to get in there and start chopping these videos up and put them out instantly, and there'd be much shorter videos and much more topic specific, right? So that's an idea. I probably will still post the daily episodes, but then do non-episode specific short videos. It's still hard to get a daily video or a long play video out in a day. Now I could if I were caught up. So possibly it just takes so much of my time to go in there and do the things that I do, to just, I can't just like send out a bunch of videos. Now there's a possibility I could, but I wouldn't have a lead-in screen, I wouldn't have an ending screen, I wouldn't have different parts of the video that I think I need on my videos. So that's a hard part of doing that. Where's this house? Where is this house? Well, it says I've already passed it. 20. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. We'll be right back. I gotta find the house. Alright, so that's 925, so it was 350 plus 575. The GPS had me going up this, around this corner, down at the corner of the next street, so don't get me to lying on that stuff. So I sent them a message, said the gray house, right? And they said yep. So I'm gonna send them a message if I can get back there. And we're out. Return to dash. Alright. So guys, this is how we usually do these dashes, is that we kind of break these 6-hour nights into 2 videos. One is a regular dash, the second is dashing in the dark. So I think we're going to end it right here and try to get back to where we can get some more dashes in a area where there might be some dashes, because there are none right in this neighborhood anyway. So much appreciated for you sticking around. Before we leave, I will jump over to our home screen, look at the ratings. Right now we are sitting at, so of the deliveries we've made tonight, we've moved our AR 1 percentage point up to 78. Our completion rate is at 99, and I can tell you our Subway and our Wingstop and our Firehouse are all 3 late. So we've dropped from 90% to 88. And dispute the rating. Issues with parking, long wait time at store, submit. Boom. Wingstop. So it says I pick up at Wingstop 7 minutes late, but the delivery was 4 minutes early. Long wait time at store. Got it. Let's see, one other one, which was, oh, my on time going Firehouse subs. It says 2 minutes late at Firehouse and 4 minutes late delivering it. So I'm probably not going to dispute that one. I don't know what was wrong with that one, but that one seems a little odd because it shouldn't have been late. But now let's go out and back into the ratings and see if they changed it all. So the ratings still say 88% with those things being late. So I don't know if they're going to be excluded or not, but maybe. I put those in. Now I did this yesterday and they got excluded immediately. Today that's not the case, so we'll see what happens. So anyway, still at 4.99, 184 deliveries ordered or delivered, and 2867. That usually does not update until a day or so. So all right, I'm gonna get out of this neighborhood if I can figure out how to get out, and we will catch you guys on the next episode of Dashing in the Dark. So be sure and watch that to see if we made it to 100 or if we kind of got railroaded into a bunch of small orders on a Friday night. So all right, y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye.